Alright lads, let's dive in, no faffing about. Some blokes stumble through life like they've lost the bloody plot, weak skint, forgotten in the dust. Others rise like titans, commanding respect, stacking cash, wielding clout. What's the difference? It's not luck, not some posh upbringing, not a magic wand up their arse. It's choices. The little calls you make, or dodge, every sodding day carve out whether you're destined to rule or rot. We've all got 24 hours, same rubbish to wade through, so why do some lads tower over the rest while others drown in the muck? Simple. Winners choose to grab the reins, losers choose to moan and flop. If you're tuned in, you're not here to be some average punter, you're here to smash it, to dominate. So strap in, here's 5 daily choices every man must make to run the show. Let's get cracking. Number 1. Choose your battles like a clever bastard. Every day's a scrap, whether you clock it or not. Distractions, temptations, and time-wasting prats are lining up to nick your focus and drag you down. Most blokes dive headfirst into every daft tussle, bickering on X like it's a bloody sport, chasing cheap thrills that vanish by morning, fretting over bollocks they can't shift. That's the loser's game, mate, spreading yourself thin till you're knackered and nowhere. Sharp fellas pick their fights like a chess grandmaster plotting 10 moves ahead. Ask yourself, does this ruck get me closer to the prize, money, muscle, mastery, or is it just noise clogging my day? If it's noise, sod it off. Your energy's not infinite. It's a tank of petrol, not a bottomless well. Spend it on what builds you up, not what tears you sideways. Picture your life like a proper castle, sturdy walls, high towers. Every pointless row you waste time on is a crack in the brickwork, letting the rot seep in. Before you know it, the whole lot's tumbling down and you're left sifting rubble. I'm not saying dodge every punch. Sometimes you've got to throw a right hook to sort a proper mess, but pick the wars worth winning. That colleague mouthing off about your work, let him yap while you stack promotions. That urge to doomscroll X for 3 hours straight. Bin it and build something real, a business, a bench press PB, a plan to escape the 9-to-5 grind. Here's the kicker, write it down. Every morning jot 3 battles, say nailing a deadline, hitting the gym, sorting your finances. Stick to M like glue. The average bloke reacts to every jab like a puppet on strings, flailing about. The top dog decides what's worth his grit and leaves the rest for the clowns. Where's your energy leaking? Plug it, mate, today. Number 2. Choose the hard slog over the easy life. Comfort's a sneaky git, isn't it? It's the warm duvet, the pint in hand, the I'll do it tomorrow lie that chokes your potential dead. Most lads chase the soft option, lying in till noon, binging telly till their eyes glaze, scoffing chips like it's a career. It's a laugh right now, sure, but here's the brutal truth. Easy today means a world of hurt tomorrow, flabby gut, empty wallet, regrets piling up like unpaid bills. Proper men choose the tough road every bloody day. They're up at Sparrow's Fart when the bed's still calling. They hit the gym when the sofa's whispering sweet nothings. They crack a book, something meaty, like economics or war strategy, when they'd rather scroll memes. Why? Because the hard graft is where legends are forged, mate. You don't get a boxer's grit or a tycoon's brain by picking cushy. You get it by embracing the slog and grinning through the burn. Look at the wild. A stag doesn't bulk up lounging in the shade. It charges through brambles, battles rivals, bleeds for its patch. Same goes for you. That icy shower you're dreading, jump in, it's a slap to wake your soul. That tricky chat with the missus or the boss you're dodging, front it up, sort it clean. That job you've been putting off, coding an app, fixing the motor, whatever, crack on now, not next week. Every time you pick the tough path, you're chiseling away the soft bits, the lazy, the timid, the excuses. Take a leaf from history. Churchill didn't win wars sipping tea in slippers. He slogged through hell and smoked cigars while at it. Try this, set one beast of a task daily, run 5K in the rain, cold call a client, write 500 words, finish it and you're already ahead of the pack. Losers scarper from the grind and wonder why they're stuck in the mud. Winners eat it up and climb higher. Where do you cop out for the easy win? Flip that today, take the rough road, and watch how quick you leave the herd behind. Number 3, choose to own it, not moan about it. Life doesn't owe you a single sodding thing. No handouts, no apologies, no fairy godmother. Too many blokes waste their days pointing fingers at the gaffer for a rubbish shift, their rotten luck for a flat tire, the hand they've been dealt like it's a rigged deck. If only this, if only that, they bleat, sounding like broken records. Meanwhile, the sharp lads grab the reins and ride the storm. They own every result, good or grim. Cock up at work. They sort it and crack on, no sulking. Miss a target, sales, squats, savings. They learn fast and hit harder next round. Owning it is pure power. When you quit whinging, you start winning. The second you clock that your life, on you, not the weather, not your mate's bad advice, you've got the keys to shift it. Picture two fellas stuck on a desert island after a shipwreck. One's cursing the storm that sank his boat, sat there like a soggy lemon waiting for rescue. The other grabs an axe, chops wood, builds a raft. Hell, he's halfway to shore before the whingers dried his tears. Who's getting off that rock? The one who owns his mess. Add this to your kit. Every night scribble one balls up, Mr. Gym session, snapped at the kids, and one fix, extra reps tomorrow, an apology with coffee. Hate your job. Quit moaning and upskill. Learn Python, plastering, anything. Mate dragging you down with his drama, sort him out or sling your hook. Owning it's a kick in the teeth to your pride sometimes, but it's the only way to run the show. Look back at last week. Where'd you play the victim card? Bin that nonsense today, take charge. Number 4, choose to level up, not limp along. Either growing or rotting, no in between, no cozy neutral. Average lads coast through life, stuck in the same old rut, same job, same beer belly, learning bugger all, aiming for sod all. They're walking corpses, mate, just waiting for the clock to run out. The elite choose to level up every day. They crack open books that sharpen their noggin, hunt down blokes who have been there and nick their wisdom, take punts that stretch their spine. Growth isn't a nice to have, it's the air you breathe if you want to dominate. If you're not sharper today than yesterday, smarter, fitter, richer, you're slipping back, full stop. Think of yourself as a blade, a blunt edge cuts sod all. You've got to hone it daily through sweat, study, cock-ups and wins. Pick something you're rubbish at, cooking, coding, chatting up strangers, and master it bit by bit. Last month I couldn't boil an egg, now I whip up a mean omelette because I stopped faffing and started frying. Chat up someone who's leagues ahead, a mentor, a mate who's made it, and sponge their know-how. Step into a room where you're the smallest fry, say, a martial arts class or a business pitch, and swim anyway. Here's a move, commit to 1 upgrade daily, read 10 pages of something tough, lift 5 kilos more, pitch 1 mad idea. Limping along's a swamp, it stinks, it sucks you under. Growth's a mountain, bloody steep, but the view's a belter. Ask yourself, what have I done today to get better? If it's nout, you're choosing rot, get shifting. Number 5, choose guts over jitters. Fear's a right thief, isn't it? Nicks your dreams, your nerve, your bloody glory before you've even had a crack. Most lads let it call the shots, scared to flop, scared to stand out, scared to swing and miss. Proper men choose guts every day. They pipe up when it's dicey, calling out a mate's nonsense or pitching a raise. They chase goals that make their knees knock, starting a firm, asking her out, moving cities. They stare down their demons and swing hard. Guts isn't about not being scared. It's about feeling that churn in your gut and charging anyway, full pelt, like a bull at a gate. Life tips its hat to the bold, not the bottlers. That fear of getting knocked back. Ask her out anyway, worst case she says no and you're still breathing. That mad idea you're too shy to launch, a podcast, a side hustle. Kick it off today, flops teach more than daydreams. That truth you're bottling about your job, your habits. Belt it out loud and deal with the fallout. Look at legends. Nelson took on fleets with half the ships and won because he had the stones. Try this, face one fear daily, haggle a price, speak to a crowd, jump in a cold lake. Every time you pick guts, you stand taller, tougher, fiercer. Fear's just a shadow, it only looms if you let it. Step into the spotlight and watch it scarper. Where's fear got you by the throat right now? Smash it, mate. This is your life, run it with some proper bollocks. There you have it, 5 daily choices to run the show. Battles, slog, ownership, growth, guts. Miss one and you're half a man limping along. Nail 'em all and you're untouchable, a bloke who doesn't just survive but thrives. It's not about perfection, it's about picking the right fights, grinding when it stings, owning your mess, climbing higher and charging through fear. Start today, pick one choice and hammer it. That geezer in the mirror, he's waiting to see what you've got. Give us a like and subscribe if you're up for the fight. Catch you next time, choose smart or get left in the dust.